History made. Alexandra Eala reaches new milestone. Messages Coco Gauff before AO. The tennis world is no stranger prodigies. From Martina Hingis to Serena Williams. From Rafael Nadal to Coco Gauff. History has repeatedly shown that greatness often whispers before it roars. But every once in a while, a new voice rises. Quiet first, then impossible to ignore. That voice, right now, belongs to Alexandra Eala. As the Australian Open looms on the horizon, a new chapter in women's tennis has begun, not with fireworks or controversy, but with history quietly being written, and a message sent across generations, across oceans, and across dreams. A message aimed at one of the sport's brightest stars, Coco Gauff. This is not just a story about rankings, trophies, or draws. This is a story about belief, courage, and the moment when a dreamer dares to announce herself to the world. A milestone that changed everything. When Alexandra Eala stepped onto the court for her latest breakthrough victory, few outside hardcore tennis circles fully grasped the significance of what was unfolding. But by the final point, history had already been made. Eala became the first Filipino player in the Open era to reach this particular professional milestone, an achievement that sent shockwaves through Southeast Asia and lit up social media across the tennis world. For the Philippines, a nation rich in sporting passion, but still searching for a global tennis icon, this moment meant everything. For Eala, it meant validation. Years of training far from home. Sacrifices made quietly. Dreams carried across continents. All of it finally converged into one undeniable truth. She belongs. From Manila to the world stage. Alexandra Eala's journey has never been ordinary. Born in the Philippines, a country where basketball reigned supreme and tennis courts are few, Eala's rise required something extra, vision. Her family believed early. Her coaches believed fiercely. And most importantly, she believed in herself when the path ahead was uncertain. At just 13, she left home to train at the Rafael Nadal Academy in Spain. It was a bold move, emotionally demanding, physically exhausting, and mentally relentless. But Eala absorbed every lesson, discipline, resilience, and the relentless pursuit of excellence. She wasn't just learning how to hit forehands. She was learning how champions think. The star has previously fallen at the qualifying stages in the last 2 years, but she's earned a place thanks to her ranking inside the top 50. Eala started her preparations at Melbourne Park by hitting with Coco Gauff, and she's taken to social media to share a message with the world number 3. Taking to Instagram, the Filipina shared a video of her practicing with world number 3 Gauff on Rod Laver Arena. Alongside the practice video, the 20-year-old wrote, "First time on Rod Laver Arena. Thank you, Coco Gauff." Junior stardom was only the beginning. Tennis fans first truly noticed Alexandra Eala when she captured junior Grand Slam titles, including her historic triumph at the U.S. Open Girls Singles. That victory was more than a trophy. It was a declaration. She didn't win with raw power alone. She won with composure, with tactical intelligence, with an unshakable calm that belied her age. Many junior champions fade when they transition to the professional level. The jump is brutal. The margins are unforgiving. But Eala didn't shrink. She adapted. The pro breakthrough that turned heads. Her latest milestone, achieved just weeks before the Australian Open, marks a turning point in her professional journey. It wasn't just about advancing deeper into tournaments. It was about proving consistency, about beating experienced players, about showing that she can survive and thrive in the unforgiving world of elite tennis. Analysts noticed her improved serve placement. Opponents felt her defensive grit. Fans saw a player who refused to panic under pressure. And suddenly, Alexandra Eala wasn't just a promising name. She was a threat, the message that stunned fans. Then came the moment that set social media ablaze. In a post that blended humility with confidence, Alexandra Eala sent a message to Coco Gauff, the reigning U.S. Open champion and one of the most recognizable faces in modern tennis. It wasn't trash talk. It wasn't bravado. It was something far more powerful. Inspired by your journey. See you on the biggest stages. Short, respectful, fearless. In a sport where young players often hesitate to acknowledge legends and stars, Eala's words carried weight. They weren't the words of a fan. They were the words of a future rival. Why Coco Gauff matters in this story. Coco Gauff represents what Alexandra Eala dreams of becoming, yet not in an envious way, but in a symbolic one. Gauff burst onto the scene as a teenager, shouldering enormous expectations with grace. She became more than a champion. She became a voice, a leader, a global icon. For Eala, Coco isn't just an opponent. She's proof that youth is not a limitation. That belief is everything. A passing of the torch? Not yet, but soon. No one is suggesting Alexandra Eala is ready to dethrone Coco Gauff. Not yet, but tennis history teaches us something important. Every era begins quietly. Serena once looked up to Venus. Iga Swiatek once watched from the shadows. Coco Gauff once dreamed while watching the greats. Now, Alexandra Eala watches and prepares. And Coco Gauff knows exactly what that means. Australian Open, the perfect stage. The Australian Open has always been a tournament of opportunity. It's where careers ignite, where unknown names become headlines, where momentum changes everything. For Eala, Melbourne represents more than a draw. It represents possibility, even a single upset, a strong first-round performance, a fearless showing under the lights. Any of these could redefine her trajectory. What makes Eala dangerous? Alexandra Eala's game isn't built on flash. It's built on foundation, court awareness beyond her years, relentless defense that frustrates attackers, mental resilience sharpened through adversity, a left-handed style that disrupts rhythm. Coaches and scouts agree. Her ceiling is high, very high, the weight of a nation. With every milestone, the pressure grows. Alexandra Eala doesn't just play for herself anymore. She plays for millions who see their dreams reflected in her racket. That weight can crush some players. But Eala wears it with quiet pride. She understands what it means to inspire. Coco Gauff's silent response. Coco Gauff didn't issue a public reply. But in tennis, silence often speaks volumes. Gauff knows the cycle. She's lived it. And deep down, champions respect challengers who aren't afraid to announce themselves. This is only the beginning. Regardless of what happens at the Australian Open, one truth is already clear. Alexandra Eala has arrived, not as a footnote, not as a novelty, but as a legitimate force shaping the future of women's tennis. Her message to Coco Gauff wasn't about rivalry. It was about belonging. And now the world is listening. Final thought. When dreams speak aloud, history isn't always made with trophies. Sometimes it's made with courage, with belief, with a message sent at exactly the right moment. Alexandra Eala has taken her first step into tennis's biggest conversation. And as the Australian Open approaches, one thing feels inevitable. This story is far from over. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like, and share. Till next time.